solve. There are 4 sub questions to this. We'll solve each one by one. Okay, if the cost of 93 meters of certain kind of plastic sheet is 1395, then what is the cost of in rupees to buy 105 meters of such plastic? So here 93 meters 1395. So 105 meters, it will be more or less? More. So if one increases, other increases. So it will be direct proportion. So cross multiply simply 105 into 1395 upon 93. Okay, and answer is 105 into 1.15. Okay, and equals to 1575. Sorry, it's not point, it's directly 15. So 105 into 15. So 1575 would be the required cost. Next, 55 cows can graze a field in 16 days. How many cows will graze the same field in 10 days? It means 55 cows eat up the grass in 16 days. Now if you have to eat up the grass in 10 days, how many cows would be required? So if days are decreased, it means cows would increase or decrease? It would increase. So one decreases, other increases. So this is inverse proportion. Remember, cows increase, days decrease, right? So C equals to K upon D, right? Therefore K equals to constant. Now one condition is given, 55 equals to K upon 16. So K equals to 55 into 16. Okay. Now what next? How many cows would be required for 10 days? Okay. So C equals to what? What is K? 55 into 16 upon D, right? Therefore D equals to 10. So C equals to 55 into 16 upon 10. That is 88 cows would be required. Just solve this. You will get 88 cows would be required to graze the field in 10 days. It's very important that you understand whether it's inverse or direct proportion, right? In earlier problem, both the things increased in the same direction. Here, if cows increase, they would eat up more grass and then days would decrease, right? Next, 18 men can reap a field in 35 days. For reaping the same field in 15 days, how many men would be required? Here it should not be men now, it should be persons, because you can't be gender specific. So 18 persons can reap, and here it should be how many persons would be required. Okay, consider that. Okay, next is, the problem is what? Men versus days, means how many men would be required for 35 days or for 15 days. Means if you employ more men, then the days would decrease or increase. Suppose if you want to do a construction, if you employ 10 persons, then you will finish the work in 10 days. Now if you want it in 5 days, you will employ more persons. It means what? It's inverse proportion. If one increases, other decreases. So more men more means reaping in lesser days, right? So M is inversely proportional to D. So M equals to K upon D. K is constant. Therefore first condition, let's put it, 18 equals to K upon 35, right? 18 men in 35 days. So K equals to 18 into 35. Just input the value of K. M equals to 18 into 35 upon D, right? This one. Now next condition, 15 days are required. So what? Therefore M equals to 18 into 35 upon 15, right? So solve this. It's 42. 42 men would be required to reap the field in 15 days. Next, Sunita types 1080 words in 1 hour. What is her GWPM, gross words per minute? So very simple. 1 hour means 60 minutes. In 60 minutes she types 1080 words. Now we want it in 1 minute. So is it direct or inverse proportion? 60 minutes 1080 words. So 1 minute it will be more words or less? Less. So one decreases, other will also decrease. So that's why direct proportion, right? So make it simple. So 1 into 1080 upon 60, right? So cancel this, solve this, you will get 18. So 18 words per minute. GWPM equals to 18. Next, fill in the blanks. The perimeter of a circle and its diameter vary dash with each other, means directly or indirectly. So here perimeter means what? Circumference. Circumference formula is what? Pi into D. So C and D. You have to find out the relation. Now both are in the numerator, right? So we have studied it in earliest part of this chapter. If both are in numerator, it's direct proportion. So what, C is directly proportional to D. That's why vary directly with each other, or direct proportion. Next, if two quantities P and Q vary inversely with each other, then dash of the corresponding values remains constant. Here inversely means what? P is inversely proportional to Q. So Q is in the denominator, P is in the numerator. So that's why P equals to K upon Q. So PQ equals to K. K is what? Constant. So their product is always constant. So here answer will be product. Next, when X and Y are in indirect proportion, and if Y doubles, then X becomes, here